Hey, what's happening, everybody? Steve here, Rake and Profit over at rakeandprofit.com. Coming back to you with another video. I'm here with Vinny. What's going on, brother?
What's up, man? How you been?
Hey, doing great. Vinny, if you guys don't know Vinny, I know a lot of you guys do, he has been selling toys on eBay for how long now?
2.5 years.
Wow, man, that's crazy. I still remember when you started and we were talking about selling on eBay. I can't believe that's been 2.5 years. Time flies by, man.
It does.
So, how much are you making now in your toy business with sales per month or per 60 days at this time?
My 60 days are at 7,800 now. I mean, it dropped a little bit from the last time. I had a little bit slow month. I got kind of busy, but if I'm listing consistently, they're about 8,000.
Yeah. And you're working a full-time job as well.
Exactly.
So, and what, 30, 40 hours a week on average?
Yeah, 32.
Yeah, that's crazy because there's a lot of people who are watching right now and you know, they see all these toys and they're like, man, I would love to get into toys. I would love to even just maybe get into selling on eBay in general, but I'm working 25, 35, 40 hours a week. And a lot of people are like, I don't know if I could do it. You're doing it.
Yep.
So it's pretty cool. So in this video specifically, what we're going to be talking about is one section of this table. So as you guys see, we've got a lot of stuff on this table. You guys are going to have to make sure to subscribe to this channel if you aren't already, because we're going to be dropping videos on Disney, Pixar. We're going to be dropping videos on Matchbox, Hot Wheels,
yep.
Other Disney items.
Action figures, live pets, Chap May, some vintage Little People, Mr. Potato Head. Yeah, it's going to be
We're going to be dropping a lot of knowledge. So make sure that you're subscribed and smash the like button as well if you haven't already. But we're going to talk about Disney, Pixar in this video. So we got some planes, we got some die-cast cars.
Planes here.
And whatnot. Oh, and I did want to mention as well, guys, I know a lot of you guys have invested in our guides, Toy Brand Profits and Top Secret Toys. I mean, it's been really helping a lot of people. We have a new guide that's actually coming out. It's dropping October 15th, and it's called Exposed. And Exposed, essentially what that guide is going to be all about is we're going to be exposing some of Vinny's top 100 sales in his eBay store over the last 90 days. We're not going to just give you guys a list of 100 items he sold, but we're going to really dive deep into his pricing strategies, his listing strategies, his sourcing strategies. And the goal of this guide is to bridge the gap between listing or like buying the items versus actually selling them, because I know a lot of these guys, they've been hitting you up trying to figure out, why aren't my items selling? Why aren't I getting the results that you're getting?
Should I do auction? Should I do buy it now? Should I split them up? Should I put them together? And that's kind of, I'm going to break down kind of my thought process of all that and what's been working for me success-wise.
Yeah, it's like the gold nuggets. It's the stuff that a lot of people get into eBay or they get into Amazon and you know, they watch videos and they're like, well, why aren't I getting the same results? Because there's always so much more than what's just on the surface, right? Buying is step one.
Yeah, telling you what to buy, it's good, but actually having the experience and what to do with what you buy and how to market it is even better.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what is going to be shared in the guide is the marketing strategy and how to go about, if you have a ton of toys, what to do with them.
And this is going to be a thick guide. I think it's going to be like over a couple hundred pages. So there's going to be pictures, there's going to be his exact listings, his titles, diving into his descriptions, into his SEO, which is search engine optimization, to get more views, make more sales. So we put down below a 25% off coupon code. That's going to be running for, I think, maybe the next 7 to 10 days. So definitely check that out. But enough of that for now. Let's dive into what we're working on in this video, which is Disney Pixar. So where do we start?
We've got cars and we got planes. And the planes are going to get you a little more money for lots because they only released one movie so far, and there's not as many, and they're a little bit harder to find. And I usually lot these guys up. You can look them up individually. Some will go for 10, 15 bucks if that's the route you want to go. But I come across a lot of toys, so I generally will lot them up. And I did a lot of 16 of these about 2 months ago, and it was a little over $100 someone bid it up to. Yeah, there was a bidding war on it.
Now, do you think that it went up to 100 because it was a lot of 16, or because there was one or two that were worth 30 or 40 bucks each?
I think both. I think when I researched the item, there weren't many big lots. People had 3 or 4, and what I did, and a lot of people had doubles, I had no doubles. So I made 16 different ones.
What does that mean, doubles?
Doubles meaning like the two of the same guy.
Okay, because I see that's a number 7 and that's a number 7.
Yeah,
Are those
this is
the same?
Dusty and this is Dusty. You know,
Are those the same ones? Is that
they're
a
not
double?
the same model. See, this is a little bit different than this guy.
Oh, so that's not a double, even though it looks the same because it's a different model. It's a different type of plane.
Exactly. And what I even did to go further was make sure I didn't have 2 of Dusties. I had all the different characters, and I think I had a lot of the main characters and the characters people like in that lot too.
So, how do you identify an item being a Disney Pixar plane versus just another type of plane?
Well, as you can see, they'll have eyes on their windshields to give them the character from the movie, and they're really nice. They made really nice. Mattel makes them nice hard metal here.
So it's not plastic junk. This one looks
No,
plastic.
there are some that are plastic. Like this one is plastic. This one will not have as much value. So
This one too is.
Yeah.
But it's hard plastic. It's not cheap.
yeah, some are half and half. See, this one's got a little die cast on it. This one's all plastic. See, this was maybe a cake topper or someone bought the rights to make.
So is this called die cast even though it's not?
No.
Because die cast is what? Is that a type of metal?
Die cast is metal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. So what would you put in a listing? Like, would you separate out the plastic versus the die cast and put them in their own listing? Or
Well,
throw
with
it
the
in?
plastic, I'll do like a cake topper lot. So
What's that mean? I don't know what a cake topper lot means.
So a lot of people order cakes for their kids, and I know this because I actually work at a bakery, so it's actually helped me in my business. I dropped a guy here. So a cake topper lot is basically if somebody's ordering a Disney Pixar plane cake and they want to put toppers on it, they go on the top
Wait,
of
so
the
that's
cake.
a real thing? People actually buy lots to put on top of the cakes?
Yes, I see it all the time. People bring into my bakery.
I'd be terrified. Even if I washed them all, like, you know what kids are doing to these things.
Yeah, I know. But it's plastic. It's not as heavy, so I think that they would buy the cheaper plastic ones because these might sink into the cake.
Oh.
So yeah, I'll do that, and I'll get sales that way with the plastic ones. Or you can mix them up. I've seen people buy plastic and die cast mixed together.
So you're using cake topper in the description because
In the
people are
description,
searching.
'cause people are
That just made
searching
you guys
for it.
money right now. That made you money.
Yeah, a lot of people
know that.
do that.
Interesting.
Even with the Disney stuff and stuff like that. Even the die cast, I would split them up in lots and sell them as the die cat car lots. The plastic ones, I would do the cake toppers to get your most chance of getting a sale.
Are there plastic cars that you use as cake toppers as well, or is that
Yes.
a stupid question?
Yep, there are
Really?
plastic ones
Okay.
too. I might have, no, I think I brought, here, this is a plastic guy. This is
Okay.
actually a pretty good one though, so I wouldn't have done that. But some are plastic ones that you can do.
I love.
This is
I-
cool. You remember
I love
Wild
these
Bills?
things. Oh wow! Look at
Here in
that.
Connecticut, they made a car after Wild Bills. That's
Yeah.
a cool one.
That's awesome. So, what are the values of these cars? Are you looking at them individually to see if there's any home runs, or are you more or less just playing the game of, I found a bunch of them, average out to 10, 15 cents each. I'm just going to throw it in a lot and let it run auction.
So I've kind of got a little bit of a head start because I've watched all these movies. So I kind of know what the characters' names
So watch
are.
the movies if you're going to sell this stuff because you'll get that competitive edge, I guess.
Sure. I mean, I like kids' cartoon
How
movies.
cool is
They're
that?
fun,
Your wife or husband's like, "What are you doing? What are you doing, honey? I'm watching a movie. You're supposed to be upstairs cleaning. You're supposed to be doing some work. You're supposed to be with the kids. I'm studying for my business
Yeah,
for
right.
keywords."
So some I know are generals, like, Lightning McQueen is a main character. Now, there's a lot of him because he's a main character, but he does have some special ones in there. So what I would do is I'd look up the special ones, or I try to piece out the ones that I see these all the time, and I see the ones that don't appear all the time and that maybe are a little harder to find, and I'll look those up. But the rest I just lot up and see what I can get. Mostly I would ask about $2 to $3 a car in a lot. So if you have about 10, 15 cars, you're at like 20 to 30 bucks.
Biggest mistake that the beginner who's watching right now is gonna make. The biggest mistake the beginner is gonna make. Someone watching right now who's never done this, they're gonna get into this and they're gonna screw something up. We always screw something up new that we get into. What's something that people need to be aware of?
The plastics. The plastics you need to be aware of. And so these little guys are cool, right?
What are those?
These are like little, what do you call them? Forklifts.
Huh.
Forklift. And they go with the bigger Mack trucks.
That is diecast.
Yeah, they go with the bigger Mack trucks. You've seen the Mack trucks, right?
Yeah. I've sold a bunch of those. I had a huge lot that I just sold on Amazon. It's still selling.
And these are pretty good because if people lose one, they can complete one. So not all the time, but you may be able to part these little guys out.
What are those called again?
These are like a little forklift. I'm sorry, I forget the actual name of them. He has a name. But yeah, they go with the bigger Mack trucks. Like they have a Walmart one. They have a bunch of different bigger ones, and those go with them. So those do pretty good. Even if you put those in a little lot, you may get some good money too. But generally, if you don't have too much knowledge with these, lot them up. If it's going to take you 10 minutes to try to find one, I mean, if you put in a lot, someone sees that it's more valuable, you know, it might go up. But try to maximize your time as well.
This thing's big. I think we found this on one of the videos that we did on Instagram, right? I think this was at the Bristol, Connecticut Savers.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. What's the deal with this thing? This thing's huge. Focus, Zach. Focus ain't quick, man.
That's a Little Dipper.
So are the bigger planes worth more? Because these things come in all different sizes, right?
Yeah.
And I think you told me it's like a scale, right?
Yeah, it goes by scale. A lot of these cars, but generally the cars will stay to two scales: a 164 and I believe a 132.
Okay.
Or 143, excuse me, 143 scale. These kind of the same thing. These are the 164s, and I think maybe these are 155s, and this is a little bit bigger. So they didn't make too many bigger ones, and I think those are valuable. And then there's even bigger, I think, plastic ones too for these guys.
Yeah, and I recently picked up a ton of the Disney Pixar stuff, brand new in the package. I told you about that deal where I got them for like $1 each, and this guy was trying to sell me one thing. I didn't buy it because he was asking a lot for it, but he had a whole bunch of like special anniversary. They were huge, big ones, like really big ones, but he was asking a ton. I didn't even have that much cash on me at the time, but there's a lot of rare special anniversary or like exclusive Disney Pixar stuff that they only sell like at the Disney parks.
Disney store,
Yeah, in the stores.
Yeah, when Mattel has a popular toy like this, they will release special collector editions, limited editions too. And I have one, but I didn't bring it. It's about $60. It's from a special Christmas set.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it was released 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And that one car, probably like $40, $50, literally.
I sold one car on Amazon. It was brand new. I don't remember exactly what it was. Like literally, I was just scanning everything in. And that's the beauty of Amazon. You just scan it and the listing's there. But it's got to be new. I don't think you could sell these things used on Amazon. It sold for like $269, just a little car, brand new in the package.
Yep.
It's insane, insane. So any final tips that you want to give to the folks watching right now in regards to selling Disney Pixar?
Just to sum it up, the planes will probably get you more valuable in lots. They'll probably be more valuable individually if you look them up. The cars are great in lots. Look for the die cast, not the plastic. And look for the odd guys out, like the sheriff, you know? And the ones that, if you watch the movie, you'll understand which ones are a little bit harder to find.
And spend some time in the sold listings,
Yeah.
right? Look up Disney Pixar planes, the die-cast cars, even the cake toppers. That was a great tip, man. And you'll see reoccurring patterns and themes of what's selling for a lot and which ones aren't.
True.
Right? So with that being said, guys, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like the video, show us some love. Let's see if we can hit a couple hundred likes on this video. And again, if you guys want to check out our newest guide, it's available for pre-order right now. I'll put a picture on the screen right now. It's right there. You see it, Vinny? It's right there, right there. And it's called Exposed, and we go into Vinny's store and we expose some of his top 100 sales over the last 90 days. And for each one, we're sharing pictures of the items, the exact titles. We're breaking down knowledge when it comes to pricing strategies, listing strategies, how we sourced it, SEO, descriptions, if I didn't mention that already, and any general tips. So if you guys are struggling at all with toys, and maybe you purchased our first guide, Toy Brand Profits, or a second guide, Top Secret Toys, this guide, the goal is to bridge the gap. Plus you get to see into Vinny's eBay store and really get a real story of what's going on.
I think this guide will bring everything together for people.
Yeah.
If you got the first guide, you got the second guide, now you have the knowledge of what to buy, and this last guide is going to bring it all together for you to start moving forward and getting to kind of where I'm at.
Yeah, and if you do pre-order as well, we're throwing in a bonus guide as well with 10 additional items that we're exposing that Vinny has sold, and these are 10 items that you definitely don't want to miss. So check that out. But hey, appreciate the tips, man. I love
problem,
that
man.
cake topper tip. I did not know about that. So leave a comment below. Let us know what the number one thing is you learned. Let us know you're going to be pre-ordering the guide, and any success stories, share them in the comments. So with that being said, keep on picking and making our money, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.